Jab, cross, hook.
Kick.
And I'm going to pull it low.
Você segura aqui, ó.
So do it slow.
Dá um cotovelo aqui,
Jab,
toma na cara,
cross,
gente.
hook.
Ó, se o negócio jogar aqui.
Turn your hips back.
Can we do it?
Yes. Jab, cross, hook.
Aí deixa eu sair no ponto. Deixa no ponto.
Yes. Kick, put your foot right down, and kick again.
Mas ó,
Two
deixa eu
kicks.
colocar um pouco na cara.
Oh,
Pega
I
aqui,
just
ó,
wanna kick
a perna bem, ó. Você, ó.
So it's, I'm here.
Yeah.
Aí fazendo até eu falar parar aqui por perto.
Two.
Então vai tranquilo.
And you want to turn your heel and your hips. It's the hip torque that gets the foot speed.
I do the kick one more
Yeah.
time.
Mas ó, deixa o cotovelo e joga aqui, ó, pra ele poder pegar no diagonal. Aqui, ó, assim, ó.
Raise that heel off the ground. Now I go the other way.
Abre essa perna,
What? Your foot should turn. You can, no, because then it's a switch kick.
Okay.
So, jab, cross, punch, cross, hook. Now you see how your foot is flat?
Yeah.
You have to raise that heel,
The one that's not planted?
the one that's planted,
Okay.
because the other one's in the air already.
Right, okay.
Jab, cross, hook. Jab, cross, hook. Turn your hip
Nice.
and down again. And as soon as it hits the ground, you come back again.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I like it.
Jab, cross, hook.
Kick.
It's the hip speed.
Okay,
It's
it's
the
so awkward.
Eu só que ele faz agora eu finish. Whenever you finish. So like, essa aqui. One. Essa aqui é o cara. Faz assim.
Jab, cross, hook. Jab, cross, hook. Try not to keep the blade on the heel. Right, and you're turning. Because as your hips are turning, your toe is turning.
Okay. Okay.
Because hip rotation is what gives you foot speed.
The power.
Jab, cross, hook. Jab, cross, hook. Good.
Ô, Rodrigo, mas chamou, caralho? Não vai te dar jeito, né?
That might give you a slight penalty in judo, but. Hands up though. Hands in front of your face.
Me?
Yes. Well, actually, we didn't teach her the swing.
I saw you did like.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like here, I can try.
This hand stays up. And this hand, as this leg is coming this way, that hand is going back way as a counterbalance.
So like this way.
You know how we walk, we counterbalance?
Yeah.
You're doing the exact same thing.
Okay.
With this. Jab, cross.
It's too high.
I have type AB positive blood. It's not a problem. Jab, cross. She's got good power. New career.
Oh, I forgot my hand.
Yeah, as this foot goes forward, this hand goes back, and you're on your heel, which allows your hips to turn. Because you should almost be facing that way
When it's done.
and looking this way.
Okay.
Your head watching the
Os
feet,
caras
but
que
your
se
body
pegar
is
no
turning
canto aí,
back.
mano, me destrói, se você chutar perto.
Jab, cross.
Agora tá na mão, tem a prova, mas não dá.
I can't get it all together. I will.
It takes time.
Okay.
Jab, cross.
Nice.
Again, your elbow is bent, straighten it out.
Okay.
And again, you're doing this, so you're getting a little. This gets more. You're just doing this. You want to extend your hand.
Quando você jogou aqui, ó, dá uma escapada mais pra cá aí.
Yes.
Porque, ó,
Because you'll notice that when you do
quadril no
this,
soco, ó,
your
o
hips,
direto
now
pra cá,
again,
quando eu
if your
puxo,
heel is
ela
on the
vai
ground,
pra
it
cá.
limits the rotation of your hips.
Okay.
If your toe is up, your hips turn. So look at this, don't hit it, but do the kick. Try it, you're not gonna hit it, it's not too far away, your normal kick. But when you're done, your hips go from this way to this way, but you're still looking at me.
Okay.
Your hips turn. If your foot's on the floor, it can't happen.
Okay.
So your heel has to be up. When you kick, again, I'm giving you a distant target. You're not gonna hit it. Kick past it.
Can we do that side?
Vamos trabalhar inteiro já.
Yeah, but instead of kicking me, you're gonna, I'm giving you a
Você já pode
target.
começar já.
You're not gonna hit it, I'm too far
Oh,
away.
okay.
So,
mesma coisa.
practice what we just did.
Okay.
Jab,
Cross,
cross,
fazer o
hook,
quê?
jab,
Quase
cross,
para
hook.
chutar duas com a esquerda.
Yes. But you see when you did that, your hips are pointed that way.
Ah, ele
Yeah.
vai
You're
funcionar
yes,
dessa mesmo.
completely
A mão
rotating your
só
hips,
vai
because right
ficar.
now, your hips are pointed towards me.
Okay.
There's no power with your hips pointed towards you. Your power is when you turn your hips.
Okay.
So if I'm holding the hand up here way too far, you're kicking past me, but your hips actually went.
Oh, okay.
Aí,
Okay.
boa. Aí, ó, aí tá o segredo. Quando você vê aqui, ó,
Hands
quando chegou aqui,
change,
você vai botar
rotates, hip rotation, increases with.
muito legal.
Okay.
Só essa troquinha aqui, ó.
Yes.
Is that better?
Yes, and you'll, it takes 1,000 times to get all the timing.
Acabou, eu nunca ganhei de base.
Yes, again, here
Bem
you're
muito, mas
doing
não
this,
dois
which is,
chutes.
okay, this, extending your arm,
Okay.
because you're doing this,
Okay.
all right?
This
This,
time I'm gonna do it right.
Ah, sim, mas trazendo pra de volta? Já vai esticar dali mesmo. Vem cá, aqui,
yes, that really exponentially increases.
Ah, vai.
Não, os caras chegam aqui, os caras se assustam, dizem que logo capoeira, não. Ele veio aqui, foi, não foi?
Yes, try to keep that hand up. This hand is still blocking. Because if I happen to throw a left hook at that point, you want your hand up.
Okay.
Good shit.
Perfect.
Juliana's in trouble.
Oh, she's gonna kill her. So jab, cross hook. Now instead to keep it the left, what we're gonna do, we're gonna do this hook. And then do what else?
Kick the other side.
Okay.
So slowly, jab, cross, hook. Switch, jab, cross, hook, switch. Two. Yes.
Oh.
Yes, yes.
Oh, two kicks.
Two kicks. Yes.
Okay.
Jab, cross, hook, yes. You may need some deep shit.
Next time we're gonna fight him. Oh, yeah? Oh, sorry.
Jab, cross,
Não vou
hook,
fazer isso não, né?
switch. Two.
Oh, sorry.
Good.
Puxei.
We do sorry.
Yes. Jab, cross, hook.
Lá, se
Jab, cross, hook, switch. And remember, it takes a
Oh, the
million
hands.
times.
The hands.
Hand and heel off the ground.
Okay.
If your foot's on the ground, the limits are good.
Okay.
Jab, cross, hook, switch. Yes.
Right.
Jab, cross, hook, switch.
The hands up, the left one.
Yes, that's blocking my right hook.
Okay.
Oh. Jab, cross, hook, switch.
Ooh, sorry. I lean back and I lost control of it.
And that's with your heels on the ground. And you help it, have your heels in the air, you retain it.
Okay.
And if you missed, okay, now, I'm gonna stand 5 feet away.
Throw the kick, but I'm not gonna catch it. That's gonna spin you
All the way around, and then all you do is turn around.
Okay.
So kick at me
Yes,
now.
not too far away.
Put that foot on the ground.
And then what you do is take this knee and lift it up.
Tô vindo aqui porque eu tô na minha base, quando eu tô gritando.
Put that foot down. Raise your right knee and come around.
Oh. Because that's the block.
Sim, mas só você tem que fazer mais de lado, eu quero mais pra
So,
frente.
I
Não,
miss,
Você mandou trocar aqui.
I land.
Porque você começa com um lado e começa com o outro. Começa com o da frente e com o de trás.
Alright, so
Se
that's
você
not what we're
for de
working on.
trás,
Okay.
aí já
Jab,
eu
cross,
sou
hook,
faz
switch.
também. Eu só saio daqui se eu pecar, eu não pode.
Jab,
Se eu tô na outra, eu tô
cross,
na frente aqui, eu troco ela pra começar.
Yes.
Não,
Aí eu jogo aqui, ó.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, certo?
And your
Eu
guard.
troquei, jogo os dois.
eu tô na frente
Yeah,
agora.
cross,
Switch. Tô na frente.
Então, vai jogar aqui, ó. 1, 2, 3. Aí tu vai trocar uma vez só, aí vai
Yeah,
saber
this is
pegando
the
tudo.
natural.
Não, é isso que eu tô fazendo. Só que...
To like swing it, so I have to focus on that.
Right, but that really increases
Yeah.
the hips.
Porque já vai pra aqui, né?
Cross.
Puxa pra trás.
Certo.
Então foi o que eu te mostrei daqui.
Damn it.
Ah,
You're doing
Yeah.
half your arm. You're doing
Não, mas
from your shoulder to your elbow.
É a mesma minha
You're
base.
just not
Então o Chico
straightening
não
your
é
arm.
errado.
Não,
Eu
chama
chamei
isso
pra
aí,
ver a
é.
sua base.
tá certo.
It's very early.
Você vai ficar capoeira a mesma coisa.
Yeah, cross, hook, switch.
Abre aqui, deixa essa.
Yes.
Coloca essa.
And again,
Porque
you
se
can
mandar uma
load
onda
this up.
aqui, o ombro
You
cobre,
can
o
throw a high
cobre.
kick, and when they're blocking,
E aqui é
you
costela,
low
né?
kick. So even though you're practicing with kicks, you have 3 and you
Eu tô achando tudo errado,
have
gay.
ability.
Tá
And
certo,
you'll
cara.
see
Tá minha
him
base, entendeu?
She'll make it look like he's coming along.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. I've
Okay.
seen it. Like, they go, whoop, and
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, and generally goes from low to high rather than high to low.
Yeah.
But if
Oh,
I-
it goes from low to high.
If 10 times I throw low kicks, you're blocking low kicks. Now I'm gonna throw a high kick.
That happened last night. The guy, or it
Então,
was
isso
a
legal.
meeting.
Não lembro.
But you faked one thing.
Right, fake? Pá! Face.
That's what you just said.
Mas também já tava de gavião, né? Não tava
You've
deixando
got three target areas, once you.
Tá, mas não, então é só um.
If you
Olha o tamanho desse
know
número
you're
aí.
throwing two kicks, if you throw your first 10 kicks here, I'm scared. In other words, you look at my leg, and but you have no intention of getting that. You go, and you see the line, and then, yeah, I can't come high like, I'm using this as rides on cars, because I work rides the whole time. There is no such
No, I
thing.
understand the concept, it makes
Yeah.
sense.
Ligão aí, treinador.
Jab, cross, hook, switch.
Now I got the
And
second.
you don't want the kick here, you want the kick to land.
Okay,
Because what happens is you
That's how
overextend
you
your
build this.
Achilles.
aqui sem dar.
I think.
Yeah, so a lot of people when they kick the bag, they hit here, and it makes it round. It sounds good, but what you do is you hyperextend your foot, press your Achilles. So ideally, this is the part that you want to hit. So if you were to throw a high kick, I want my foot to go behind your hip, and I want to hit your head and neck. This.
Okay.
That's where the power is, on the shin, not
Okay.
the foot. If you're looking this way, and it's the foot, but otherwise, no.
Okay.
Jab,
Ó, primeira
jab,
bola.
cross, switch.
Agora tem que acompanhar no
Yes. Well, again, it's sometimes that's the opening. If you hit it hurts. And he doesn't do it now, you can throw that second kick, even if it's, like, let's say the first one did a rip. So it hurts.
And then you're-
My head and my legs are open. So you want to be able to cock that trigger and get the second kick in.
Okay.
That's the reason. You want to shoot it free. Yes. Oh, you're a shit.
No.
Yes, perfect. Perfect.
começando agora. Tudo dessa
Yes.
Easy, I'm shocked.
Oh, I forgot to switch on. You're making me nervous. No, I'm just kidding.
But you know, I was blocking here because you were throwing at my head, and even though you didn't intentionally do it, that one would hit me right in the ribs. So I'm blocking high, and
giro.
It
the
was still
correct
hit.
block is this.
Giro, passo, fica
Because
baixo.
now my whole body's protected, but that's not what we're working on. I'm giving you targets.
Okay.
Tirar assim, ó. Já tá na posição de voltar. Vá. Tipo, puxou, vá.
And then she kicks like Joelle.
Chutou aqui, ó.
She got that same,
Yeah, the hip thing.
yeah, the hip and the knee comes up first.
Natural.
Her knee comes up fast like
Hey,
Joelle.
there's people in that gym that train for years that don't kick like that. No,
Yeah.
like, for real, like,
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
The two best kickers we have are Joelle and
Thiago.
Thiago.
Yeah,
I
she's
think
over there. Mosquitoes kick better.
Thiago is stronger, but Joelle, I think, is the better kicker.
Technical one.
Yeah.
Mosquitoes over there too. Mosquitoes.
Yes.
Where's Joel?
John the Baptist.
Oh. Oh, I never found Joel. But where's the other Joel? The kid Joel?
He's on the army.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Can I do more? No, no, no. One more. I like it. It's like fun.
First day.
2 months.
See now, with this thing in New York, the Gardner case, I sit there listening to all these female prosecutors who have never been that strict kicked in their life, not knowing
so, like,
what it's like to get and talking about self-defense.
You know what I
You
love?
could be an expert attorney, not obviously an expert witness, but from experience, be able to explain blocking and.
Aí aqui, ó.
For striking.
Bate o último.
Right.
But do you
It's
know what's
self-defense.
crazy? Did you see the
trabalhou.
the,
Não ficou todo de costa, mas foi
the
demais.
choke case?
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, but the guy,
And it's not a show, it's a
but
headlock.
the guy,
Actually, I had the photo that only was on the arm was over there. Well, he could have that.
That doesn't mean there was no, there doesn't mean there was enough pressure. Even though the arm was around his neck, it doesn't mean he was.
I was wrong.
Yes.
The police come to us and you are under arrest.
exactly. But he was talking.
Yeah,
In-
but the thing is, there was this female prosecutor.
Oh,
white female prosecutor.
levanta essa mão aqui, ó. Pá, 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 como chegou.
When a cop says you're under arrest, and you grab your hand, and you do this, that's resisting.
Yeah.
The female prosecutor would say, he wasn't resisting, he wasn't throwing punches or kicks.
Bate
She
aí,
should
bicho,
know
dá,
that this is
né?
resisting, punches and kicks are assaultive. So if you pull away,
Quando ele
you're
traz
under arrest additionally for resisting
resisting
or delaying the arrest. By delay and kick, now it's resisting the arrest and assault. Not only that, it infuriates me that a prosecutor at the federal level cannot look at that and tell the difference between resistance and assault. And, you know, I go nuts.
They
My
probably
wife
know
says,
that, but they always, they have to, they like blur it. They blur, their job is to blur the lines. And go
not as a
after-
prosecutor.
They do though.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you, like, when they hear their boss, it's messed up. Like, when they hear their boss and the boss says get a conviction and they don't, then they're in trouble, whether they believe it or not. Even if she knows she can, you know, like they're supposed to, yes.
Right, but she was going for the opposite thing. She looked at that and said that the cop was,
The guy wasn't resisting.
but
He
he
was
was,
resisting.
and he just wasn't
Just by
assaultive.
the common definition of resisting, that's
Right.
resisting.
If he defends, if he prevents or delays by any means,
Right.
verbal, moving away, bunting, it's resisting arrest. When you grab me and I hook, okay, now it's
Assault.
resisting an assault, and it infuriates me that those people could not find the difference on camera for the whole world. That's now sharpened 45
Oh,
times.
but you know what happened? His family said they issued a letter to Al Shah saying like, stay away.
Right.
We don't want you involved. You don't know what, he scheduled himself to take a guy's eulogy.
Did he?
The family was like outraged, they're like, you didn't even know him, how can you, he called like the church and scheduled himself in, and they're like, no, we don't want you here, you just
Good.
sensationalized
I'm
him.
so happy that New York isn't trying to this organization.
It's because the family did that, I really
Well,
wish,
that's good.
they wouldn't
They're
let the
gonna
show
get rich,
publish.
okay, they're gonna get rich families.
Yeah.
But New York has, I've trained New York City, firearms instructors, and it's much cheaper in New York.
Eu tive um instrutor aqui, velho, 2 meses atrás.
And deal with the occasional bad press than it is to train everybody else.
That's
Much
so
cheaper.
crazy. How crazy is that?
Oh, look at how many
That's like the
people.
freaking Toyota,
Right.
when they didn't want to put the security thing in and
Yeah.
everyone died.
Right.
It's cheaper to pay off the family. Like, that's so crazy.
It's bad press if they turn around and they say, well, it's one death, let's just open it away, and the ignition fee